Hey guys, Robbie C with Backyard Dynamics. Thanks for joining us. I got a special guest, Dave Foti.
I'm not special.
He's very special. Previous guest came on before we started recording.
Yep.
We have producer Gabe right here.
What's up?
This is not technically, it's not a podcast. This is a new segment we're gonna try calling maybe I guess a trail review or trail
runs,
talk,
trail
something.
talk.
Well, I don't know. The name's in the works.
In the works.
So what we're gonna do is the three of us. We did a
YD.
yeah. It's still BYD. We did a trail. Was it like a couple weeks ago?
Shoot, it's
Yeah, like 3 weeks.
3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and I had over 3 hours of footage. I cut it down to about like 23 minutes. So we're gonna go through, watch this video, and we're gonna talk about it and let you guys know our experience on it. This is inspiration to back of Blow Sand up to Crossover Trail and back in Anza-Borrego, Ocotillo Wells. So let's start it off again.
again.
Yeah. So here we go. We got the chrome.
You get the video of Dave loading up his truck with groceries.
with groceries. Yeah, this is starting off right here in Ramona.
With the non-existent shitter.
And Gabe.
And Gabe. So here we go. Right here, we just passed Borrego Springs. One of my favorite parts. I don't know, the drive out there is actually pretty nice. Yeah, there's a dry lake bed in the background. And here we are airing down.
Yeah, you can never get, tired of that drive down the grade to the desert.
Yeah.
Last time we saw a billy goat.
Oh, yeah. A mountain goat. But look at this guy. He bought a brand new. What is this, Dave? Talk about it.
I got this from Freedom Ropes, and it's a 4-way deflator inflator setup. So this was kind of the first time using it, and had to kind of figure out the little quirks with it. But overall, it worked pretty good.
Dude, I was pretty impressed once we got it pushed in.
Right.
And then it started working great. And especially airing up at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to buy one next.
Yeah.
That thing was awesome.
Just to have all four, and it's just boom, done.
Yeah.
So 1 by 1.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was perfect. So this is the start of I didn't get the start of the trail was flat, like wash. And then we started going into like these little hills and slowly elevated up. And
One of the sand people.
I don't know why we stopped right here.
Why did we stop?
I don't know.
Oh, I think you were preparing your drone, or you're gonna try.
Maybe. That sounds like it. So here's like the first obstacle. It's not even really an obstacle. It's just 4 deep holes where you can really flex it out. And
Probably the hardest part of the trail, honestly.
yeah.
If you just articulation wise.
Yeah. Articulation wise, yes. And I went through it first, so you can't really tell from the video. But here we go.
There's Dave going up it.
Yeah, with the cheater truck.
Cheater truck.
Yeah. Watch, you're gonna get some. Look at that stretching those legs.
Shout out wheel every weekend.
Ian.
Monster geometry and valving on the shocks. Bilsteins.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, Solid Rock Auto also put into it too.
Oh yeah, they've done,
They've done
quite a bit of work. They did the body swap. They've done
Yeah, they're right
good
here.
guys. All a bunch of good guys that have worked on the
Local, right here in San Diego.
Yep.
Look at this dude got stuck the first trip.
The Jeep.
I had to get stuck.
Yeah, it had to be the Jeep. Look at. I didn't
And
even
he
know.
stops. Like that's
Well, yeah, I don't know why he slowed down. I didn't even.
I thought you were taking a picture of me. I had to pose.
Eyes.
yeah.
And I had to do that. You see, if I didn't stop, you wouldn't be able to catch
And that was accidental too. I didn't even know I had the camera in slow mode. But here we go again, right here. Redemption.
Here we go. Dave.
I honestly thought he was gonna get stuck again.
3-wheel motion, baby.
Look at that. Oh man.
Just like ice cube.
Did you pucker up for that?
Big time.
That actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
You hit the 3-wheel.
So here we are. We tried to do an introduction video. It was just way too windy, and we forgot our mics. Yeah, we forgot the mics back at the house. So producer Gabe, but
It was super like temperature wise.
It was nice.
Great day.
It was like maybe 70, high 70.
High 70s, but the wind was just killer.
yeah, it felt like it was low 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the as the sun was setting, I had to put a jacket on.
Right. No, it was a nice weekend despite the wind.
So this is a little sped up right here going down, but it's a nice drop in. You know, that gets you off camber a little bit. It's nothing crazy. I don't know. I honestly feel like even a beginner can do this part right here.
100%.
Yeah.
Two-wheel drive.
I think two-wheel drive can do it. I did it in the full size in my F-150. Were you there that time when I did the F-150?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I did it in the F-150. It was a 4-door, 6-foot bed, and easily a full-size truck can do that.
Yeah.
Two-wheel drive can do that.
Maybe with a limited slip or something, you know.
Yeah, well, since it was going downhill, that probably, as long as they have momentum, it'll push them, push them down. Going up, I don't know. That's a different story. But yeah, this is like, weren't you saying this is like Star Wars right here?
Yeah, I feel just going through these washes. I feel like we're just in the Star Wars. movie. Speeder.
Yeah. The sand. Can we call them sand people?
I don't know.
They scare easily, but they come back in many numbers. I don't know. I can't quote it right.
I always loved, driving through these caverns and washes. Like,
Yeah. Kind of like coming up from Canyon Sin Nombre up through the mud caves.
Oh,
That's
that
a
Split Mountain.
That's
and
a
the
nice
mud
drive,
cave.
too.
Yeah. I love it.
That's another one we're gonna have to end up reserving. This is my favorite part right here. Sand. I don't know. I've always got an attraction to sand.
Yeah, the opposite of Anakin.
It's fun.
Yeah, sand is fun, but it's a cool like terrain right there, right? You know, because it's hard pack. You got hard hills, and then you got like sand overlaying.
This was the fun part, just going through the dunes. Just
Yeah,
And this was just kind of roaming. Like, it wasn't really specifically a trail that we were on.
no, the trail
kind of moseying around.
the trail was still inside the little canyon, but we kind of just went up on there.
Yeah.
took a bypass.
Yeah, and then passed it and had to pull back a U-turn. But I think we're gonna have to do another Gordon's Wells to Glamis trip
Yeah.
when it starts to cool off.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, or dude, were you literally just holding your phone while driving?
Yes.
I thought you had like a mount or something. I was like, your mount sucks.
I was holding my potato.
You know, they sell a special adapter plate that goes right in the center, right there.
Yeah. Well, I'd say my Jeep has a GoPro mount. I think you need to invest in a GoPro. Like, put it right there.
What are you waiting for?
But what sucks is then you get only video like this. So I got the new GoPro 13. And I think I'm going to buy an external case for it and mount it up high, like up on top. Maybe get people behind me or in front. Kind of a better view than this.
Do they make a GoPro 360?
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be
It was actually cheaper than the 13, but it's harder to edit.
look at Robbie C.
Yeah.
Got some air right there.
So I went down there. The other side looked like that too. It's actually worse. So I had to come back out this way. So we went up over the hills and then right down into this bush grove of some sort.
But you guys can see the wind. Like, it was 20 plus most of the day.
Yeah. This is where we got to open it up. I was like doing 20 miles an hour and some reason the Jeep could not keep up.
Man, what a pansy driver.
Now this was like 40 or 50. It wasn't not too bad. Just gotta
Cruising.
dodge the rocks. But right there, that mountain is where blow sand is. And for people that don't know, blow sand is a pretty common hill out in Ocotillo Wells.
Where the
It's like a
parties are at.
singular sand dune.
That's where they had the water slide every summer.
They used to. They
don't do it anymore?
They haven't done it in years. I think since before COVID. I never got a chance to go. So this is
Oh, that was James's camp right there.
yeah. What was this camp called? I just know it's like a little cul-de-sac on the east side of Blow Sand.
Yeah, we always just called it the Cove.
I think
Yeah, I think that's what it
it's
is.
called
Is it called the Cove?
Yeah.
Yeah, we always just called it the Cove.
We've been camping there for over 10 years, and they barely got phone reception back there now. I remember I used to hate it because I couldn't look at on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it back there. Yeah, dude, yeah.
Camping, you're not supposed to be on your phone.
That's where we almost burnt Frank's tent down with a firework. By we, I mean me. Sorry, Frank.
Yeah. You.
Don't play with fireworks, guys.
No, we've had a lot of good times back in that Cove.
Yeah. We had this big family event back there where we have like 50 people camping out there.
Yeah, there was a grip of cars that time.
Yeah. All the kids walking up and exploring the mountains. That was crazy.
I enjoyed those family meets.
You know, this reminds me of the megaphone from the Mojave Trail.
Oh, yeah, huh? You missed out on that.
I did.
We checked out the megaphone. I think I'm trying to push next year to do Death Valley or something.
Dude, Death Valley is super sick.
Yeah, but it's not really my call on it.
Right.
So I could only just throw suggestions.
It's all good.
But yeah, right here you see like the burns on the left and right. When you come down there, you attack those burns left and right, and it's like a roller coaster on the way down. Going up, the sand was soft, so I had to go straight up. Doesn't look soft, but it was
Major disappointment that day for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Try to go up Blow Sand, man. It's the only day I've ever not made it up that hill in my Tacoma.
Yeah. I bet you if you aired down to 10, you would have made it up.
Probably. I was only down to 15 because I don't know.
I didn't think, dude, I'm usually at 10 all the time. And this time I was like, oh, I'll do 15 because I know we're going to be hauling butt through that one section.
Right.
And yeah. Well, here we go. Watch. Up here's a nice little cool spot if you're daring. I don't think it's too crazy, but there's a lot of people that don't like to do this. It's a little donut in the ground right there. Kind of like drop in and go around.
What'd you do if you got stuck in that donut?
I don't know.
I think for more people, they're intimidated by being off camber.
Off camber. Yeah. That just rock just sticking up, calling my name.
Yeah. Fuck that back.
And here we come down right here.
Yeah, this was...
That's like the worst part. Like the true washboards with the little, all the little bumps. No matter what you do, your car's just gonna
all
ride
around
it.
Blow Sand. All around Blow Sand is like this.
Yeah.
I think when we did this trail too, I think it was like 1 year after I bought my Jeep. Because when I bought my Jeep, we did Canyon Sin Nombre, and it was like exactly 1 year we did this trail.
We didn't do this trail. We started down off the 8 freeway in Ocotillo, and then went up into Ocotillo Wells on Fish Creek and Canyon Sin Nombre, and then ended up at I think we ended up at Blow Sand. Did you go?
fun one.
Did you go with us?
Yeah.
I don't think
that
I...
one?
Did I go on
Yeah,
that
you
one?
went with us.
Did I?
Oh yeah, you
that
brought
when I
your daughter
Oh,
and
yeah.
her friend.
That's right.
Yeah, me and Nico were in the Jeep. Gabe almost killed us twice. Honestly, I don't even know how this dude off roads. He doesn't look in front of him. He looks far away.
That's hilarious.
I just stepped on the gas pedal.
Yeah, you definitely need long travel.
Paul Mountain.
Yep, here we come around the corner. She'll be coming around the corner. And this is where Blow Sand starts. So you guys who haven't been out there, that little sandy part right there, that's the part where everyone races up on big holidays. Doesn't look like too big of a dune, but it is steep. And this whole like flat area gets pretty packed.
You know, probably because of how windy it was, pushing around all that soot and stuff, like just put a fat cake layer on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
What sucks is I didn't get you and I didn't get me. I went around the backside. The backside is just a little bit more flat, but
Right.
Dude, the car was struggling.
super sucky.
So this is west to east for Devil Slide. Start off
On
on
a
like
long ridge top, pretty much.
Yeah. And this part has some sandy parts too. You can kind of see the ridges down there, but this is a fun one right here too. And a little campfire. There's trailers that camp right there. I don't even know why they would want to camp up there.
Yeah. It's a tough part to get to in a trailer.
So the camera sped up on this because it's kind of a longer drive, and I didn't want to bore the guys with slow footage.
Well, I'm hoping to get the rest of the backyard dynamics out here in a couple of weeks. July-ish, right?
So-
That's what we're talking about, Big Bear?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing a Big Bear trip in the next month from what's it called, Pioneer Town, and head up into Big Bear. I'm hoping we have enough time where we can go to Tip Top Mountain.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I haven't been to Tip Top in a while, and that's actually pretty cool, where you can see the whole view of the high desert on the north side of San Bernardino Mountains.
Oh, we did that when we went camping that one time.
Yeah.
We camped.
Dude, when we
near
went out,
Pioneer Town.
we went out Friday night, and going up, I forget what the freeway is, but it's right before Palm Springs, and you head north into what's that national park over there called? Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
It was so windy. I was driving my Jeep at the time, and my wheel was literally like cocked, like good 15, 20 degrees just to go straight.
Yeah,
That's
that
how windy
two-lane
it was.
highway that brings you up into the Pioneer Town.
Everyone's wheel was like that. That was nuts.
That was pretty gusty.
Dang, dude.
Coming up like
Look at
cheap,
that.
dude.
We need dude, we should just wrap it.
It's got a little body work that needs to get worked out.
Or let's just primer it all.
I would rattle can it for now.
Let's do that.
Sexy producer.
About time he's doing something. Here we go, right here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to go buy a dozen turbo cans or something.
We're probably
Hit it.
Yeah, that'd probably be enough. We could take the bed off, sand it down.
Yeah.
Were you gonna do a brown primer or gray, black?
Guess it depends on what color I end up painting it.
Well, that primer is gonna have to come off anyways when you paint it.
Right.
I think tan would be pretty nice.
Autumn blaze.
Salmon.
Tiffany green.
Salmon. Oh,
Yeah.
that would actually be pretty sick, dude.
Tiffany green's the color I would jive with.
Yeah. And then put Tiffany like a little cursive on the tailgate.
Just put little
Oh,
diamonds.
get a
Razz it up.
get a
Toyota badges.
a Tiffany
Right.
clock too.
Oh, no. I could.
Yeah, Toyota Tacoma. In case you didn't know, the
This is
monster,
kind of where I was like, which way does the trail go?
the monster taco. So Kingpin Super Duty axles, Dodge rotors
3,500 rotors and calipers.
and calipers,
And a Honda Accord e-booster.
e-booster.
Man, that must confuse the fuck out of people in AutoZone.
Yeah.
What wipers are you using? Look at the rear tire
Honda
right here.
Odyssey.
Rear left tire. I have those too. The Honda Odyssey nozzle washers.
The nozzles,
Dude,
yeah.
those things are awesome.
They work great.
Here you go. Right up here. Trail isn't that bad.
The money shots right here. You get like a 360 degree view of the desert. It's so just amazing.
And our producer didn't even get that 360 degree view.
He didn't, dude. Should have done a panorama, dude.
One time we went out camping, I was up here watching the sunrise. It was a clear sky. Like right there, right at the tip.
Right at the tip.
Yeah.
Just the
Exact
tip.
same tip.
Right there. And the right is where the sunrise was.
Ooh. Just Coachella.
There we go. All right. From
James. Getting it in the Lexo.
Lex, it's not even re-geared.
No.
He's hitting it on 37s. Hey, you got him going up, but how come you didn't get yourself going up? Gabe.
Technical difficulties.
Blame the equipment.
I got too bumpy.
Couldn't hold it in your hand.
No. My radio was like just swerving everywhere, trying to smack me in the face.
I feel like it got not as steep.
Oh,
Used to be
look at
steeper.
that Jeep right there.
Dude,
Yeah, look at that chrome.
the narco Jeep.
Yeah.
Cartels.
Yeah, dude, if you cut that hoop off, those lights will fit a lot better.
I'm gonna add an extra. I'm gonna put a hoop on top of my hoop.
Look at that view. That view is amazing. That's blow sand on the left corner right there.
Yeah.
And we came out from the right side, all in that flat spot, when we were headed over to from Inspiration Wash, when you came from Inspiration Wash. Oh, wait, you did get almost a 360, like 180-degree view.
Yeah, I just forgot the other side.
So there you go. Back to school with the backpack.
There's Jeep going to Disneyland. There's Mickey Mouse ears.
I had those lights on my corners on the Jeep. Remember that?
Remember that? It looked crazy, dude.
They were bright.
Yeah.
Oh, we did a
Right, were they?
we did a trip up the snow to Nate Harrison grade, and them being right there in the corners caused the windows to have a lot of glare. So that was the reason I took them down.
Interesting.
Yeah, my side windows were tinted, so they reflected. They reflected the light. You see, like those little specks on the screen?
Yeah.
I wonder if my tires were kicking up anything.
Or the camera just catching little pieces of the dust storm.
Yeah. So it started getting windy.
Yeah. Still such a rad view.
And that's where I fell off my dirt bike.
Going down or up?
Going up. And you cut my Jeep?
You didn't record yourself going down it.
Yeah, you saw my Mickey Mouse ears.
That was all you got, literally.
No, you just...
No, dude, literally, that was your video.
Like, screw the Jeep. Cut. Back on the floor.
Well, Jeep's about to catch air here in a second.
Dave could tell the future.
I can tell the future.
Here we go.
Here it is.
I think those Mickey Mouse...
Oh, I got 10 feet of air. You saw that?
That Mickey Mouse lights held down your car, dude. Held down the Jeep.
Well,
Dude, this is where it
front
started
end heavy.
Start getting real windy. Shell Reef. Look at that.
Arabian Nights.
I know. You know what's crazy? It's because the Shell Reef's on the right and you got a little hill on the left. So the center, I felt like it was like funneling the air through.
It does.
Because this spot is always like that. So we ended up on Crossover Trail right here. Sun is setting. You can kind of see the sand coming sideways on it. Like, the camera doesn't do justice. I had to stop and get close to those signs to see what trail I was on.
Yeah.
Because
The trail markers were hard to read.
yeah, it was literally like I could hear my door shaking.
Yeah.
It was a old technology, dude. It's not like new like your Jeep.
Yeah, was your little tunnel cover going crazy too?
What tunnel cover?
Your funnel, your snorkel.
Oh, I don't know. I painted over it. It's not clear anymore. It started to turn yellow. Here we go. What part was it? Oh, this is still Crossover Trail.
Yeah.
Crossover Trail, so it's overrated. Everyone's always talking about, oh, let's go Crossover Trail.
Yeah, probably my least favorite, to be honest, just because it's a main thoroughfare.
Yeah.
It's just rutted and just bad on the back.
Especially on a big weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are going through it. I was going to go to Inspiration Trail, but it was further down, like another mile. I just figured Crossover Trail up to Pumpkin Patch. But we didn't even
make it.
We didn't even make it a pumpkin patch. So we made a left on the first wash, and it should have been the second wash.
Yeah.
But then we ended up on Lost Lizard Trail at night.
Lot lizard, baby. Party mode.
Oh, so what's this whole new thing you got for it?
So I was
the
gonna
strobe.
buy an aux beam, but I found like a cheaper Amazon version for $70. Same thing, it just has a Bluetooth remote that lets you turn on your lights, put them in strobe mode, put them in I forgot the other mode what it's called. But,
Off mode?
Party mode, bro.
Party mode. But, you know when you get lost and you do flashlights?
Oh, SOS Morse code.
Oh,
SOS.
gotcha.
That's actually pretty cool to put in a strobe. I ain't gonna lie, dude. That's pretty cool. And yeah, dude, it was not this dark. You could see so much more. It's just, I guess the camera doesn't pick up as much light as a human eye does. Because I could still see the whole trail, but the camera only picks up where the lights are. So I had so much more footage of a night run. It didn't come through. And the sunset looked amazing, but of course the camera doesn't pick it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 hours of footage condensed down about 20, 23 minutes.
It was a fun trip though, just for an afternoon. I mean, what did we met up in Ramona at like
1, I believe.
2? 1
Yeah.
or 2?
2, yeah.
You know, and we just cruised.
We took off Ramona from 2, got to the start of Inspiration Trail by 4,
Yeah.
aired down, started the trail, and dude, it was a great one. It was a great run, easy. Mm-hmm. You know, you didn't need lockers, just 4-wheel drive.
A basic 4-wheel drive, maybe with some bigger tires or a little bit of clearance,
Yeah,
would have done just great on that trail.
I do recommend for the viewers, if you go out and do the Inspiration Trail, at least take one other vehicle with you, just in case you run into
Always
anything.
take
yeah.
another vehicle.
Yeah, take someone with you
100%.
just in case, because even though we went through it and we made it look easy, you know, if you get, I went out there once, so past that wash is Fonts Point, and I went out to Fonts Point with my family, and a dude came out to take pictures. He was in a Dodge truck. He got stuck. He got buried, so I had to pull him out because he was with no one. So
Yeah. I actually pulled out some chicks in a car, like a Honda Civic or something, one time, and they were like, "We don't know anybody." They were like, maybe a mile in on Fonts Point,
Yeah.
and they walked out to the road trying to flag people down. And I was towing my 4Runner, my 3rd gen at that time.
Yeah.
And I had to offload it off the trailer, go out, pull them out, and load it back up and everything. And I towed them all the way back to the road.
Wow.
And I was like, "You guys don't have anybody else with you?" And they were like, "No, we're just cruising around." And then, you know, perfect example of don't go by yourself.
Yeah, and it was crazy. I see Accords out there at Fonts Point. I guess certain times of the year the sand's softer.
And you got to know how to drive in it.
Yeah.
Well, Hobby Trail, this year, but last year when we saw random Camrys, Priuses, just going up to the.
Well, there's other roads that go up there, and they didn't go the same way we went. Yeah. So there's other ways to get out there. There's like homes out there, but yeah, check out Inspiration Trail. Ocotillo Wells is great. We're gonna start doing more trail coverage. You know, trail talk. Is that what we decided to call it? Trail talk.
Yeah, we'll think of a cool name.
Yeah. So next time it'll be me again, and then whoever else shows up. I think the next one we're gonna do is Big Bear from Pioneer Town.
I'm actually excited for that.
Or Pioneer Town to Big Bear, and perhaps stop at Tip Top Mountain. And it's gonna be the Back Air Dynamics crew and some of a group called the Baja Runners. So we'll get some video of that, and then maybe get the same guys to come on and talk about the trail and an overview for the next one.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, so join us. I think the next episode of podcast is come out soon, and check that one out. Subscribe and like. Leave a comment.
Ka-chow.